So, hi, my name is Jessica, and I am a leadership and change coach for professional women. And this is a video blog series called Smart Women and. And this week's video blog is called Smart Women and Change. And the reason I'm focusing on this is we all need to navigate change in our life, whether it's a career transition, whether you're looking to show up differently in your leadership in your current career, or you're looking to start a small business, whatever it is you're doing, we're navigating change all the time. So I'm going to actually use something called an eco cycle today to help us become more aware of how we tend to prefer to show up in change, and also to figure out what season of change we're in right now. So what I mean by that is the eco cycle has 4 different areas of change, and they can be located by season, so fall, winter, summer, spring, or by different stages of growth. And you'll figure that out with me as we go through each season. So I'm going to start us in fall. And the reason I'm starting in fall is because this is the one most of us have a challenging time with. It's a place of creative destruction. And in fall, we're plowing the soil of things ending. So things are dying off before winter. So it's endings, letting go. It can feel like crisis, chaos, or unraveling in our life. So if you're wondering if you're in fall right now, some questions you can ask yourself are things not working despite me trying really hard for them to work consistently? Are relationships ending? Are different projects ending? Are people leaving me? Am I leaving them? And are things in general that I'm trying to grow just falling apart? So this can be a conscious decision to end things where I'm realizing there's no energy left in a particular career or project or relationship, or way that I'm showing up in the world. Or it can be done really unconsciously, where these things feel like they're happening to us. And when we feel like they're happening to us, it's generally because we're preferring to stay up in summer. And summer is a place of success and certainty and stability. And when we stay too long in summer, and we cling to stability when we need to let go of certain things, we can crash into fall, and that can feel hard. However, consciously choosing to creatively destroy aspects of things that have lived out their purpose allows us to go through another process of regrowth, which life always invites us to do. Life is always moving and changing, so sitting in summer at all times is impossible. And we need the creative destruction to expand. So the next season I want to get into, moving up from fall, is winter, or gestation. And here is a really quiet, reflective time. Seeds are growing beneath the ground, so you're exploring different ideas. It's a time of creativity and uncertainty. It can be messy. You're looking at your options, and it's a really safe space because you're not actually taking risks or having to do anything yet to see if any of these ideas are actually going to grow. You're just thinking about things and dreaming. And this is a beautiful place for you to be if you're someone who is really busy all the time, or takes lots of risks, or is involved often in a lot of rapid change, a lot of creative destruction. However, if you're someone who isn't someone who tends to take risks, or isn't someone who tends to move out of summer, this can be a place where you might hide. So this might be a place where you stay too long and don't take enough risks. So if you're in winter, what you want to do is move too long, and you're someone who's not taking risks, you might want to move into birth and try a little bit more risk taking. So in birth, or in spring, this is the season of the entrepreneur. And so if you're someone who's really accustomed to birth, you might be someone who's often starting things, taking risks. You're really comfortable with vulnerability and exposing yourself to the elements. And if you're someone who tends not to sit in this place might feel really scary for you. So in spring, we try to let things grow. And if you're someone who continues to always invest in growth, you might develop some developmental exhaustion. So you might be someone who's a little addicted to the idea of possibilities and ideas and making things happen in the world. And you might actually need to invest more in summer. So some stability and some foundational, ongoing success in your life that provides some grounding, so you're not always flying by the seat of your pants. You're not always risking constantly, because the thing about birth is you need to be prepared for some of your seedlings to not grow. You need to be prepared to embrace failure as well as success. So if you're doing that a lot, that might become really tiring. So finally we come to summer, and summer is a place where Western culture and many of us love to be, because we feel like it's the place where we don't suffer, where we don't experience pain. It's an easy transition because it's a place where we manifest success, certainty, concrete things happen, and it's a peak experiences. So things that we've been developing and struggling with for quite a few years end up succeeding here and working here. So it's the full tree. It's the full manifestation. And the issue with this is our culture clings to summer. So if you're someone who wants to be successful at all times, that's going to create a lot of resistance to the other seasons of change. And you'll want to open up to working on the muscles of asking yourself, what do I need to let go of to invite more growth in my life? What do I need to end or stop doing so I can create more space in my life for new things to happen? And if I'm someone who's, on the other hand, really good at ending things and letting things go and starting new things, and I tend to do that quite rapidly and often in my life's going to feel pretty chaotic and ungrounded. And I really might need to invest more in gestation, which is winter, and in harvesting the fruits of my labor, which is summer, and focusing on these two places rather than the movement places of spring and fall. So that's it for the eco cycle this week and this week's video blog on smart women and change. And you can go through the eco cycle and just ask yourself, where am I at in my life right now? Which season am I in? And secondly, which season do I tend to fall into? And how does that serve me and what I'm seeking to create in my life? And how is it not helpful? And how can I go into the other seasons and borrow some of their strengths or cultivate some of their strengths so I can navigate change in my life more consciously?